All right, yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Welcome to my first ever attempt on the Glaceon raid on my Ironman account, as well as my Glaceon raid guide, hopefully if all goes well. I'm going to be following a strategy shown off in the Raid Den Discord. I cannot give them enough credit. It is the best resource right now to find raid guides, and it should be linked in the description. If it's not, you can yell at me in the comments. Shout out to Drago Tamer, people like Rach, people like Jakira. You can see on the top right in that little middle section there. The credits go to them. People are putting Pokeyen time and effort into developing these strategies, and then hopefully I can echo those strategies to you guys and help you guys complete some of these very difficult Xmas raids. Now, you can see at the top, that is the cheat sheet. So you want to assign, you want to get people and coordinate and assign player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4. I am going to be player 1, I believe, for this run. Glaceon, we're doing the Glaceon raid. It's perfect. They're going to be player 2, which is the gravity lead. And then player 4 is going to be the Murkrow. So I am player 1, Pulse Sitter is player 4, Glaceon is player 2, and then Iron Kurt is player 3. Player 3 is the simplest role. You got to just do damage and just do as much damage as possible. So, you know, if you have you can probably help out. You don't need these exact Pokemon. You might notice, like, the guide calls for Volcarona and Heatran, two Pokemon that I'm actually not using. So you can go to backups. I will be leading with my my Ninetales. We'll go over some general builds here really quick. I'm using my Ninetales, modest nature, 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, you know, as high 20 to 25 plus attack and 20 to 25 plus speed is probably good enough. You need safeguard on this, and then heat wave would be nice, but we're probably not going to get an attack off. We'll see. I'm running wise glasses on this just in case it dies and we don't want to waste a slot. That's how deep you have to go in this. There's no choice band users in this, sadly, so you do have to kind of dig deep into your items. Next up is Chandelure. You want, you know, special attacker, mild, modest, or rash nature, and then 20 to 25 plus attack and speed. Heat wave is super important for this fight. You want heat wave on as many Pokemon as possible. Next up, modest Magmortar, 20 to 25 plus attack and speed. EV trains attack and speed. Heat wave, once again, very, very crucial. Choice specs on that Pokemon. Next up, expert belt Typhlosion, mild, modest, or rash nature. All these mons are pretty much the same. Every mon is mild, modest, or rash, and then 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, 20 to 25 plus attack and speed. It's all the same. It's all the same things. And then eruption, you can put heat wave on this in the back. I'm going to try this without heat wave to not waste Pokeyen on the Ironman account, but if we have to teach it, we'll do that. And then next up is the life orb modest hidden ability. You do need hidden ability access to make Charizard viable here. That's really important. Heat wave, Moltres, you can use backup. If you don't have these mons, you can use Heatran, you can use Volcarona, really whatever fire type attackers. Ideally, you do want special fire type attackers. Physical attackers are not going to do as much damage against Glaceon since its base defense is just so high. So ideally, you do want special attackers wherever possible. I guess, to be fair, I might go grab a Darmanitan, so we'll try out some strategies, because 110 defense versus 95 is not as crazy of a difference as I expected. So we'll see if we can actually weave in some physical attackers that might give us better damage. We might change things up as we go along. This is a very impromptu, this is just a guide to hopefully give people some ideas and thought process. Not the perfect, most easiest, quick guide out there, but we're going to try our best today, okay? We're going to go back to the quick little general strategy laid out by Drago Tamer. You have to adapt in a lot of these raids. The most annoying thing is the ads. You're going to lead with that gravity to raise your accuracy to make sure all your heat waves hit. And it says don't give choice specs to eruption users so they can heat wave after they take some damage if they survive. I'm not doing that personally, but you can do that on your Typhlosion. And then you can obviously have different options. Watch out for, at the very bottom, Citrus Berry, Vaporeon, and Focus Sash Espeon can be a pain in the butt. Other than that, we're going to be following the cheat sheet and trying to do as much damage as possible. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Yes, really good point from my chat, which makes a lot of sense while we're using so many special attackers. Snowscape, or hail, whatever you want to call it, does raise Glaceon's defense by 50%. So that is a huge... We should be setting Sun. We'll see how it all plays out once again, but that might be a reason why we want less physical attackers here. All right, here we go. We're jumping into it. The Glaceon raid, the first out of the 12 raids on the Iron Man account. Hopefully things go well if we follow the cheat sheet and follow the guide well enough. I think it does set permanent snow, which is kind of, I don't know, I guess we just need the safeguard versus the drought's actually not that important in this fight. You only need level 65 for this fight. I think you only, chat can confirm, I think you only need like 1 or 2 OTs, if not like no OTs, for the very, very few OT requirement for like the lower the 3-star raids. I'm going to go ahead and set up safeguard as I'm supposed to do, following the cheat sheet. Very, very simple. Simple to start. We go for our gravity. We get our gravity off with Prankster Sableye. Make sure Prankster is very, very important, obviously. We get our heat wave damage. Things are going fantastic so far. My team is locked in. They're doing fantastic. Thank you guys for joining me to help me through this raid today. Safeguard goes up. Damage comes out, everything going to plan so far. We can try to make our turns a little bit faster as well. Like next turn, if the Ninetales lives, I try to get off some damage before dying. I can throw off a Fire Blast since we do have access to that gravity. I should be able to hit for sure. Blizzard comes through. If not, we'll just be going into like Chandelure. I think we are saving our Eruption Pokemon. You do want to save your Eruption Mons for last. That is important. Like my Typhlosion, I'm going to save in the back. All right, there we go. That fight is done. I guess this is taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and Fire Blast. It would have been nice to have Heat Wave here potentially, but I should just be getting off one attack and dying, so it hopefully should be fine. Perma Snow Beacon's at 75%. People are saying... Why not fly? Heat Wave comes out, taking out the Leafeon. We're looking good. What else would I do there, fly? There's the Snowscape. But there's no other. I have no other move, fly. I don't have the Heat Wave fly. There's no other click. Yeah, you might want to add Heat Wave to the Ninetales. Yeah, but there I have no other click. Heat Wave if you have it. Yeah. Can't see boss HP. Yes, sorry. I'll try to throw the cheat. No, you're totally fine. I could have had Heat Wave. I think we'll have enough damage. We should be fine. Glaceon currently at 63%. The snow is up. Water Pulse taking us out. I would love for my Ninetales to go down here. That would be ideal. I feel like that might be the one downs, like the one weakness to Glaceon is the damage is not that. They still, you know, it still raids at like one-shot all your mons, but the damage is not that crazy. It's a good. I don't know. I don't think Incinerate's an AOE. No, it might. Ooh, I mean, I should have. Good call from chat. I probably should have clicked Incinerate. That's a streamer misclick. Hey man, misplay. As it happens, you know. No, it's a good call. No, it's a good call. If you have Incinerate or Heat Wave, you should click. I should have clicked Incinerate. It was there. Good call. You're right. Let's go Chandelure Heat Wave, I believe. Glaceon's taken. This is honestly easier than I expected. I think you just need like. I think people thought it was really hard at first because the strategy is just so different than last year. It is very, very different than last year. You know. We're gonna go for Heat Wave. Pretty simple stuff. There we go. Charizard Heat Wave comes out. We're just doing damage at this point. And on turn 3, we'll need a Haze, but that's the only thing we have to keep an eye out for. I think it Calm Minds eventually in a quick sec. I'm going to take this off so you guys can see the actual HP and the damage coming through. Heat Wave coming out on my Chandelure. 5.7%, 5.5. Doing good damage. Darmanitan, so let me call out. Darmanitan, the physical attacker, did the most damage. Now, you do want the spread moves because it seems like a lot of the ads have the follow me type effect, but you might be able to weave in one or two. I think going Darmanitan here was a good call. Darmanitan did the most damage. He did 7.5%. Even through the Snowscape defense, it's just so much damage. I honestly should have packed on a choice band. Darmanitan would have been better, a good slot on this team. There's no Google Doc from what I've seen for this event, Nico. It's been a really good event to realize like how much we like should appreciate our content creators because we've had less people making guides and making content for this event, and it's shown. You know, less people are able to do the raids. It's a more difficult event. Let's now go to okay. So we should be hazing here. I think I'm just staying on. Let's check the cheat sheet. Staying on damage would be Magmortar, Heat Wave. Yep, I can come in with that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I would. That's a great call, Will Roar. I would be willing to use a choice banded attacker, but not charcoal flyer. Yes. I think getting that choice items are just so strong. Having one physical attacker just to be able to utilize that 50% damage buff. Like I think going obviously the Ninetales, you have to run Ninetales, but like going choice band Darmanitan over, I probably could have cut like Moltres maybe. It is a tough Chandelure maybe or Magmortar. Magmortar would probably get cut. You'd probably move the choice specs around to like something else, but it's still I think this raid is actually we're gonna get it done. This is way easier than Articuno. The Articuno raid was insane. That was an extremely tough raid. I feel like this will be significantly easier, which I'm excited for. So if we can get that done, we're chilling, you know. The flare on flash fire is a little concerning, but we should be fine. My Heat Wave only did 4.1%. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. If Flareon takes us out, I mean, if it's slower than us, it's fine. Oh, we did have one small thing happen. We didn't get our haze off, but I bet it's because the person's Pokemon didn't die, so they couldn't bring in. That's what I think might have happened. I'm not sure. We do need to haze the Calm Mind whenever possible, or maybe it didn't proc or some shit. We're doing so much damage though. This is like, I'm feeling really good. This raid is going fantastically so far in my opinion. I'm very, very happy with this. Yeah, flaring us over the rest of the fight. I think it's fine if it does. It seems like would be my guess. The fact that it's already at 33% and we still have like 3 mons left, like this raid is much easier than I expected. But I'm coming from, I did the Alpha Articuno raid before this raid, and that's like a really tough one. Yeah, sorry, I should be, thank you, Jamel. I should be putting the cheat sheet back up and down a little bit better. Sorry about that. Yeah, Glaceon currently at 33%. I'm honestly shocked by that. That is really, really good damage. Here's the Murkrow coming into Haze. Thank you, gamer. So now we're on turn 4, I believe. We're on turn 4. I'm just doing damage. I'm just going for a heat wave here, I believe. My Magmortar lived, so now I get double damage, double heat wave off. Like that. Also, heat wave not relying on the HP. The fact that I'm a little bit damaged doesn't matter, right? The fact that I can get a heat wave off and not worry, like an eruption, like matter, the HP matters or whatever. This fight's been very chill so far. I'm very like, I think what happened was people thought the Glaceon, and like every raid is tough and you need specific things. Don't get me wrong. I don't, you know, the Glaceon raid was thought to be so hard. I think watch me like also like watch some hidden mechanic come and I die. It'd be really embarrassing. But I think Glaceon was thought to be so difficult because people tried last year's strats and it didn't work at all. And that's where it was like, oh, fuck. Like, they actually changed it, you know? There's the safeguard. Huge safeguard protecting us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. From some mechanic that I don't even know what it is. I'm just following the guide. Giga Chad. Average PokeMMO player. Glaceon now down to 23%. Feeling really good about that. Yeah, I might need to focus the Heatran raid a bit more, higher priority on the Ironman account as well if we need Heatran for so many of these raids. But like, I'm doing pretty good. Like, there's plenty of backup options. It only really matters when a raid like really like every damage percent counts. Like Articuno, man, like you couldn't miss an attack. Like Articuno was like, there was so little room for you to not hit damage cap against Articuno. You need to hit damage cap, you know. I'm feeling pretty darn good about this raid. Personally, not to get too ahead of myself. I'll just lose now. It'd be so embarrassing. That's okay. It is what it is. It's healing up a little bit. That's the annoying part, the scary part. Also the gravity. Okay, watch us lose now. Oh no. Okay, it is now turn 4. We're just throwing off damage still. I think I go into save eruption mons for last. I think I just go Zard, I guess. I don't know if it matters too much. Would Moltres do more damage? I should have clicked one. We're just gonna go Charizard here. I should tank the Blizzard pretty well on Zard as well. I think we're just doing damage right now. Nobody needs to throw off any utility moves to my knowledge. I think we're just doing damage. Heat Wave comes out. 4%. We are like not doing as much damage as we would like to see, but it's also tough because like when you're throwing off heat waves, you're doing spread damage, so it's bringing the number down. You have to like spread the damage or whatever. Glaceon gets a dodge there because the gravity's gone. That's sad. That's unfortunate. Okay, heat wave from Volcarona doing 5%. Nice. Good chip damage here. If we're doing about 5% per mon, you want to calculate out like how many mons alive do you need to finish the fight is a good calculation to run. I don't think my Charizard's gotten his attack off yet. I don't think. So if Glaceon's at 21% HP, we probably need like 4 Pokemon left. Like that's the beauty is we probably only need like 4 to 5 Pokemon left to even win. Probably 5 Mons left to win this fight, and I have 3 right. Like I have 3 still alive. Like we're gonna be pretty good. I think our team is looking really good here. Did my Charizard not get off an attack or did I miss it? I don't know what would have happened there. I must have just missed it. Oh, I did. My heat wave is the one that missed, of course. Oh, that makes sense. Charizard missed. That makes sense. It is healing a bit. That's unfortunate. It's gonna be close now. You can, I believe, heal block in this fight later on when it comes to this, but you should be able to damage through it. But we might run into a problem here. Oh my goodness! Not the misses. The double miss. Okay, we might lose. I might have cursed us. All we're doing here is throwing off damage, so I'll see you guys at the end of the raid whether we win or lose. Okay, if we hit all of our attacks, I think we can just go ahead and defeat it this turn. We're just throwing off damage. The skill of this raid is pretty minimal, thankfully. The main thing is the first 3 turns. After this is honestly a much easier raid than I expected, honestly. As long as you have the correct utility moves at the correct time, you'll be good. Volcarona hit their Heat Wave. Nice job, gamer. It's going to be down here pretty low. Come on, Moltres. Heat Wave come out. I think Glaze, if my Heat Wave can just hit, I think we win. That 0.7. Can the streamer hit their attack? We hit it, boys. Cinema, we did it. Honestly, once again, a much easier raid than I expected. Very happy to see that. I think most people can definitely defeat Glaceon. Follow along this cheat sheet. As long as you get off that Safeguard turn 1, Gravity turn 1, and then the Prankster Haze on turn 3, you should be good. I feel like it should, and then just do damage, Heat Wave. You should be good. Great strategy. That's all the it's easy for us because the people who put in the effort and the time to build these strategies did that, right? That's why it's easy for us. If we had to solve this, it'd be a lot harder. Let's go ahead and Pokeball now. Really good job to my teammates. Hopefully you guys found this raid guide helpful. If you did, leave a like on it, dislike if not, subscribe, follow me on Twitch for streams like this live, all that jazz. Let's check out the catch now on our Iron Man. Glaceon Alpha achieved. Bold. Little weird wish tag to eventually get Jirachi. Pretty good stat placement. We're missing the defense, but that's okay. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a fine catch. It's male, but that's like an 87.5% chance. Not bad. Not bad, we'll say, for our first raid. On to raid number 2. Yo, what's up? Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.